Monday, March the 23rd, 2020. To deal with COVID-19, our federal and provincial laws allow governments to restrict movement, to shut down businesses, to impose travel bans, and to control the distribution of essential goods and services. While our laws do allow governments to violate our rights and freedoms, the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms and the rule of law still apply. Canadians have every right to expect that any restrictions on mobility rights, freedom of association, freedom of peaceful assembly, liberty, any violation be imposed in the least restrictive manner possible and for the shortest amount of time possible. Quarantines and isolation and other emergency measures are meant to be temporary, but there's no question that they do violate our freedoms and they are crippling the Canadian economy. If any restriction is challenged in court, the onus will be on the government to justify the measure as reasonable and for the government to explain that it has chosen the least intrusive, least restrictive manner of addressing the issue. The Charter requires governments to think carefully and to weigh the benefits of addressing a public health challenge against the harms of violating fundamental Charter freedoms. Forced isolation will certainly help to slow down the spread of the virus, but there are other consequences involved. Increases in mental health problems, depression, suicide rates, family violence, and so on. Seniors who are isolated might not receive necessary medical care and end up dying for causes other than COVID-19. Ultimately, if any measure is challenged in court, then the courts will have the difficult responsibility of determining whether the government's cure is worse than the disease. I'm John Carpay. Thanks for listening.